All right, good morning. Let's make our way inside, please. For those who are outside, I hope they can hear me. We are about to start. Make your way inside. I hope you found your seats. Your seats will have your names written on them with a piece of paper. So make sure you sat on the right seats. Our ushers are there to help you, direct you where you're meant to sit. We have divided the groups into the various classes. So please make sure you're in the right group, the right seat. Yes, good morning once again. Good morning. Have you guys had breakfast? Good morning. Right. My name is Caroline. I am going to request that you stand for the national anthem and our East African national anthem as well. At Shujaa, we pride ourselves as beginning on time. So please be upstanding for the national anthem. Right. Thank you very much to the media team. You may have your seats. And just before we begin, I would like to introduce my co-MC. As I'd mentioned, my name is Caroline Moshai, and I work with Seriano as a risk and compliance lead. I'm also a data protection expert. And I'd like my colleague here to introduce himself.
Thank you, Carol. My co-MC. Good morning to everyone. We want to welcome you to today's graduation ceremony and congratulations for making it today. We are excited to have you. My name is Martin Mwangi. I'm a cybersecurity consultant at Seriano, and I'm also the technical solutions lead at Seriano. Was one of the trainers with the Cloud Security Masterclass. So glad to have you all, and karibuni sana. Thank you.
Indeed, karibuni sana. So we work, yes, at Seriano, but today we are wearing different hats. We are going to be co-emceeing for the event. Again, we're very excited to have this honor of standing before you and celebrating with you this great achievement. So to start us off, I'll invite Jennifer Ndegwa to start us off with a word of prayer. Jennifer?
Thank you, Caroline. I'd like us all to close our eyes and join me in a word of prayer. Our good and gracious God, we come to you this morning with grateful hearts for this day you have made for us to celebrate all the hard work, challenges, and triumphs of Cyber Shujaa, both the graduates as well as the team behind the scenes. Thank you for bringing us here safely to gather together in order to celebrate one another. We want to thank you for these graduates here today, each one with unique and brimming potential. We thank you also for the gift of friends, family, and Cyber Shujaa supporters that have made this day possible. We pray for your guidance as we begin this day of celebration, and that you will grant us all the courage to go forth and challenge the world intellectually and share the knowledge that we've been imparted with. May Our quest for knowledge continue beyond today, and commitment to innovation and ethics lead us to make a positive difference in the world. We pray that the community we've built together over the past couple of weeks and months will continue to grow, and that we'll be trailblazers wherever you lead us. We also pray, Lord, that you will bless today's activities with your grace and your presence. All this we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Right, thank you very much. So as we begin this session, first of all, again, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of our keynote speaker, Edgar Mondowiro. I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of Professor Amos Njuguna and Fidelis, although Fidelis has moved, yes. But I want to welcome all of you, and I believe you all know what Cyber Shujaa is all about. If you think about Cyber Shujaa and the word Shujaa in your mother tongue, what's the word that is coming to your mind? Shujaa. Martin, what's Shujaa in our mother tongue?
Shujaa ni mtu ako na nguvu.
Ako na nguvu. Shujaa ni mtu ako na nguvu. If I was to ask somebody else, Shujaa in your mother tongue. Paula, can I disturb you a little bit? According to you, what is Shujaa? Sorry to put you on the spot.
Mondo wa vinya.
Mondo wa vinya. Mondo wa vinya. Fidelis, you have been volunteered. What is a Shujaa in your mother tongue? Uh-huh. You have to say that on the microphone.
From my mother tongue, although it's the same as Paula's, but we have a word called ngumbao.
Okay, all right. So, Shujaa, mtu ana nguvu, ngumbao, mondo wa vinya. Anyone else who can think of the word Shujaa in their mother tongue? Yes? Amos, Professor Amos. What do you think is a Shujaa?
Strong, courageous, determined.
Strong, courageous, determined. So with all those, he's avoided the mother tongue, yes. His mother tongue is English. So strong, courageous, determined. Mondo wa vinya ngumbao. That is what you all are, but now specific to cyber security, data protection, cloud security, network security, you name it. And to give us the welcoming remarks, I would like to welcome the incoming Deputy Vice Chancellor of USIU-Africa, Professor Amos Njuguna. Karibu. Let's give him a warm welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Anyone else whose mother tongue is English like me? Oh, I have quite a number of brothers and sisters, so you can see it's not something that is really off. Ladies and gentlemen, our honored guests, and most importantly, the exceptional graduates of Cyber Shujaa program, good morning. Good morning. You can wave. Thank you. Let me take this opportunity first to welcome you to USIU-Africa. But before I do that, let me just see by a show of hands who is in USIU-Africa for the very first time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always say that if you are not interacting and working with USIU-Africa at some point, then you are missing out. And possibly those of you who have been here before can actually attest to that. So we welcome you to work and interact with us. Why do I say this? Because our strategy is driven by the need to solve challenges. And I believe everyone in their purpose have resonate with this theme of you want to make things better, you want to solve different problems, and you want to solve different challenges. So as a university, we educate, research, and engage with communities and industry to solve the most pressing problems in the continent. And that is why you will see our strong emphasis on transformative learning, teaching, and research. Looking around, you will therefore see that we work a lot with the individuals and organizations that are outside the university so that all of us within the ecosystem are able to make the much desired change. The Cyber Shujaa program, we are happy to partner as a university because it is one of those transformative programs. And for that purpose, I heartily thank Serianu, who've really championed and who have really championed and led this initiative. I heartily thank our professors from USIU-Africa, Dr. Paula Musuva, Dr. Judy Ouma, Professor Francis Wabalaba. Mark must be somewhere also. Thank you very much for your support in this. The Kenya Bankers Association, led by my brother there, Mr. Fidelis Muya. The Challenge for Youth Fund, represented today by Paul Gugi, who is here with us as well. So it is these are the moments that define us as a university. When we sit back to celebrate success, we sit back and say, the problems that were there seemed very difficult, but here we are, we have made it. So today, we gather to celebrate the graduation of the remarkable individuals who have completed the program. Today, we are celebrating over 500 because we've had, today's is the third graduation, so we've got quite a number of heroes who've gone through the program. So as they say, you never know what someone has gone through. What we are seeing today are the fruits, the nice shining leaves. But when you look at the roots, they are the roots of hard work, dedication, and activities that have consumed a lot of time in order that the colleagues and the graduates you see today become true defenders of the digital realm. From the very beginning of this program, we envisioned a cohort of cyber Shujaas, and as Caroline has put it, individuals who would rise above the challenges at the ever-evolving cyber landscape, equipped not only with technical skills, but also with commitment to uphold ethical standards and protection of the digital future. We had a conversation and was saying that it's about protection of the digital future, as they say it. So today, as we stand here witnessing your achievements, it is evidence that you have not only met the expectations, but you have also exceeded them. Throughout your time in the program, you've delved into the intricate world of cybersecurity, grappled with concepts that were once unfamiliar, but which you've now mastered. You have conquered coding challenges, dissected malware, and simulated cyber attacks, all in the pursuit of understanding and countering the threats that surround us in the digital age. Truly, this is what we stand for as a university. Your journey was not about acquiring knowledge. It was also about the mindset, a mindset that embraces the principles of integrity and accountability. So my challenge to you today will be to embrace integrity and accountability. you will be guardians of the digital space. So you hold the responsibility not only to secure systems and data, but also to ensure that the power of technology is harnessed for the betterment of the society. So today's world requires you to think critically, and I hope you are prepared to do that, adapt swiftly, and collaborate seamlessly. I'm happy that if you look at the contents of the Cyber Shujaa program, the graduates you see here today possess those characteristics and are taught by our very able faculty and partners. So as a university, we are very proud of this program. We are very proud of the partnerships that we have with the industry, very happy with the partnerships that we have with the communities and everyone in this program. So before I conclude, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the faculty members, mentors, and support staff who have been instrumental in your journey. Their dedication, guidance, and commitment to your growth has been inspiring. So to the graduates, as you embark on this new chapter, remember that the pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong journey. Don't say that, I went to the Cyber Shujaa program and I did this program, but things keep changing and we expect you to change with the times. So congratulations, Cyber Shujaas. You are our heroes on this remarkable achievement. And may your path be illuminated by knowledge that you've gained, connections you have formed, and the impact that you are bound to make. As you go forth, remember that the world needs individuals like you who can navigate the complexities of the digital age with courage, wisdom, and unyielding commitment to make a difference. So thank you, and may your journey continue to inspire all of us. With that, I welcome everyone to USIU-Africa, and let's enjoy this day. Let's get illuminated and enjoy the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor Amos, for the very heartwarming, welcoming remarks. Indeed, just like USIU, Cyber Shujaa is in the business of solving challenges. I know right now where you are, you're already solving challenges. Allow me once again to appreciate the presence of our guests today. We have the Challenge Fund for Youth Employment, Paul Njuguna, karibu sana, asante for making your time. We have another partner that's in Seriano, William Makatiani. We appreciate your presence, asante sana. We have the Kenya Bankers Association, Fidelis Muya, karibu. And the United States International University, of course, where we are now, who are the host and are part of the partners, karibuni sana. Before we introduce the next guest, Martin, what do you think of the crowd? Do they look like they're happy?
I actually want to start us by appreciating ourselves. We have 4 tracks here, right? 4 tracks. So we're going to have a shout out, and we'll see the track that did the best. We have track 1. I know we have a cloud masterclass and we have cloud security, but we're going to combine those two. So we have cloud, we have security analyst, we have data protection, and we have entrepreneurship. Where are you? All right, let's start. So we are supposed to be seated according to our tracks. If you happen not to be where your track is, when I mention your track, please shout out. So if there's someone at data protection at the far end, and the data protection track is giving a shout out, I want to hear you. Are we ready? All ready?
Yes.
Stretch a bit. Just stretch. All ready? All right, good. Mr. Mark there, you ready? Good, good. I want us to start with, we're going to start with entrepreneurship. We're going to come to security analyst, data protection, and then we're going to finalize with cloud. Security analyst, where are you?
I don't think that is enough, Martin. No. I think they're the biggest crowd, but that's not enough, Martin.
We are doing a rehearsal. Clearing your throats. You there? Entrepreneurship, where are you? All right. Security analyst. Entrepreneurship. Ngoja kidogo. Entrepreneurship. Then data protection, where are you? Hey. There was a mheshimiwa here. Finally, cloud, where are you?
Class
Oh,
Martin.
sorry. Our apologies, we forgot you are in the cloud. Now, I want us to introduce ourselves in a good way. The person sitting next to you on your right and on your left. I believe we all have a badge. When you look at that badge, you already can see the name of the person, right? So I will not ask you to introduce them by their names because you already know their names, but as cybersecurity experts, this is what I want us to do. I want you to look at their first name. So this is Martin. And I want you to greet them by a name, a cybersecurity name, for example. And please don't call me this. Martin is, I can say malware. Please don't call me malware after this. So please look at the person on your right, on your left. So if there's a John, look for a name, a cybersecurity word that starts with a J, and say, hi. Try it for data protection. Protectionists, please try look for data protection names, security analyst, cloud, and entrepreneurship. Do you have a name? All right, thank you so much, Caro. Karibu sana. Which names do you have? Give me a name. I had malware here. Firewall, all right, here. Do you have a name? What? Demon Slayer. What is that? Is there such a name in cybersecurity? Was there a name here? An interesting name that you got? DDoS, all right, okay. Is that someone who talks too much? Okay, most welcome, Caro. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. Apologies. Thank you, Martin. So I am Caroline. I'm struggling to think of a cybersecurity word. Other than cybersecurity, what else? Someone can suggest. Cloud. Cat 6. There are many. Is there anyone struggling to find a name that starts with the first letter of their first name that is within the cybersecurity world? Has anyone struggled? The J's, the jailbreakers, have you found your names? The X's, is there anyone who starts with an X? Right? All right. So as we proceed, this next guest needs no introduction, but I'll do one anyways. This is a person that I have worked with for quite some time. I think over 10 years, but that doesn't mean that you need to start calculating my age. But I have worked with this particular person in the cybersecurity field. He is a thought leader, and he is one of the greatest individuals within the cybersecurity field. Allow me and join me to welcome Mr. William Makatiani on the stage as he talks to us about the Cyber Shujaa program journey. Karibu, William.
Good morning, everyone. So let me recognize the MVPs, the most valuable persons, the graduates, our guest speaker, Mr. Edgar Mandawiro from SPM, Mr. Fidelis, it's doctor, yeah? It's doctor, Dr. Fidelis, Prof. Amos, Paul from CFYE, our colleagues on the CFYE side, Prof. Judy, Prof. Musuva, and Prof. Ambalamba, who couldn't make it today. I just want to emphasize that when we think about Cyber Shujaa for us, it's looking at the issue that we face. The cyber issue is huge, and it's just not for us as a country, but across the world. And when I see a lot of the things that most of you have gone through in the programs, I do appreciate the effort that you are also taking to be part of this journey. A lot of the things you're doing right now, especially for those who've graduated from cloud, you might not see the impact immediately, yes, but give yourself time. As Carol told you, I started working with Carol in 2011, yes? Stayed out of college, and at that time things were not clear. But if you look at the things we are now doing from an innovation side of things, there's a lot that is happening, and I think you'll appreciate that. I want to talk a little bit about Cyber Shujaa, the history of Cyber Shujaa, and then I'll give some brief comments on the same. So Cyber Shujaa is something we started probably in around 2015, 2016. At that time, we noticed that we didn't have enough people coming into the market. And we started as a company at that time. When we'll train people, they'll get poached within 3 months. Within 3 months, they were poaching. So you'll have to retrain every so often. So we reached out to USIU, we reached out to University of Nairobi, we reached out to quite a number of universities. We started a program of 10 to 12 students, and every year we'll have 2 sessions. That's what you're calling SCIP. In 2017, we increased the number and increased the pool of students. We also went to look at other schools and high schools, and we're able now to get more people to join us. In 2020, we worked together with USIU, Kenya bankers, and ourselves on a program with SWIFT that allowed us to get some funding to look at the cases that we are facing as a country, fraud cases, and what we were in terms of just the security posture. That helped us to form a relationship. And you know, when you work together with somebody, you figure out we can do more. So through that partnership, USIU, Seriano, and Kenya bankers came together and said, we think we can do more. We reached out and we started looking at who else we can work with, and that's how CFYE came on board. And we launched the program in 2021. We had our first cohort in 2022, and now we're in cohort 2023. I'll provide some details. Next. So these are just some photos of what it is. How many of you have been to our training center at Seriano? How many? All right. So make a point. Talk to Nabiha nicely. She can arrange a session so that you get to appreciate some of the things that actually happen in the industry. So this is just from our command center. These are some of the things we'll be doing with high schools. So one of the challenges we face as a country, and you'll acknowledge this later on, we are not very curious. we are struggling when it comes to the curiosity. So you have very good people who are doing cyber things, you have very good pen testers, you have very good defenders, but when it comes to building products, we are struggling. And that's why up to this time, we've only had Bunifu. How many of you know of Bunifu? You've heard of Bunifu, and they went under. So we are really struggling. And the gap we realized was by the time somebody gets into university, they are really just trying to get enough so that they can get a job and go. So we've started a program with high school students and primary schools. We've built 2 labs with partnership with other people, one in Kilifi, another one in Kakamega. We're looking at Meru and a few places. And the whole idea is how do we improve the curiosity of these kids before they get to university, which sometimes is too late. Next. So the key learnings: youth are hungry for opportunities, women are underrepresented in the tech space, cybersecurity skill gaps are increasing, cyber threats are getting more complex, employee retention for great workers is hard, concentration of skills is in Nairobi and its environs, which is a big problem. The last point is a major issue. If a SACCO in Meru gets compromised today, they have to wait for somebody to come from Nairobi to diagnose what it is. Meantime, they have to switch off that system. Yes? And you know, in a lot of these towns, it's SACCOs that run businesses in those places. So until we get some of these capabilities into those areas, we do have a challenge. So as a consortium, we target youth between the ages of 18 and 35, specifically for the program and not the data privacy program. And the whole idea is to contribute towards a dynamic and inclusive cybersecurity ecosystem for the financial services sector. We look at job matching. Our job matching program is about matching young people with decent IT and cybersecurity jobs. We look at job creation, what we do around with the entrepreneurship program, and job improvement, which is what we do specifically with a lot of the students who are already employed. In terms of activities, so we have cyber immersion, 2,000 youth receive tailored training and immersion. You have recruitment. We have designed a curriculum, which is a very good curriculum, and I think we've been accredited, yes? It's now an accredited curriculum. We're also seeing other bodies, including ICT Authority and a few other bodies getting interested in what we're doing, which is a good thing. We have a placement framework, employer onboarding, and employer needs assessment to support you on being able to get jobs and all that. The past 1 year, we've seen a lot of the global companies hiring security experts from the market, and I think it's a good indication. A lot of these companies don't go to countries where they don't think they have enough skills. We've seen people move to Ireland, we've seen people move to Canada, and they're already hired and they're paid for by the company. So our goal over the next 3 years is to upskill 2,000 youth, improve the job decency of 1,000, support 30 cybersecurity entrepreneurs in the region, develop and implement harmonized cybersecurity employment framework, avail accessible opportunities for youth, enhance a more gender-sensitive female mainstreaming, increase youth access to better paying and stable jobs. What have we done so far? We have trained over 500 individuals, 100 plus hours of training. We have done 3 cohorts of cloud and network security. We've done 3 security analyst cohorts, 6 data protection, and 3 cohorts of entrepreneurship and business development. We have developed 4 comprehensive curriculum for security analysts, data protection, cloud and network security, and soft skills. We have had our first ever women's cohort equipping participants with soft skills in cybersecurity. We have had over 30 sessions for job hunting and mentorship, and we continue planning for those. And we have placed 285 candidates in various roles related to cybersecurity and data protection domains. Sinahitaji makofi. Yeah? 285. And we're not done yet. Because cyber is complicated. Even the people hiring some of these roles don't know. So it is an effort it's an issue that we need to continue putting in terms of effort. Way forward, we want to develop more curricula, both technical and soft skills, have more women-focused cohorts, hosting a women in cybersecurity conference where our female students can network. We're not forgetting you men, yeah? We are developing a CISO cybersecurity program and a board training program. We're establishing more relationships across different industries for placement and opportunities. How can you join? We work with associations, government, employers, mentors, trainers, and youth, be it manufacturing. We are reaching out to Association of Kenya Insurers to see how we expand those capabilities, but it's a process. It is a process, and for those of you who know, success takes time, yeah? Success takes time. You just have to believe, and you keep going. I think I'm done with the slides. Now, going back to where we see the industry headed, a lot of you have heard of AI, yes? How many of you have developed some program in AI? Aha. How many of you have played around with AI? Sasa wote mmeinua. Anyway, the world is changing, I think, and you look at technology is favoring you who are sitting in here. If you look at some of the new trends that you're seeing around data analytics, data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, they're favoring you because you're closer to that technology. And the challenge now is how do you look at that technology and relate it to the problems that we face? For example, data protection. It's an area where all of us, most of us don't know what to do, yes? Most of us don't know what to do. There's that local pharmacy in Kwale County, in Diani, that collects IDs. There is that local office somewhere, a school in Nanyuki, that has to collect information from their students and their parents, but they don't know about this data protection. Can AI help us address those problems? So as we continue building the curriculum, you'll start seeing a little bit of some of these emerging technologies and figuring out how to embed those. We're already seeing people deploying what you're calling autonomous threat analysts, where somebody will deploy this analyst and they'll be able to look at these things. So it helps an IT manager who doesn't have enough staff members to be able to analyze threats on their own. But my suggestion to you is, let's go a little bit deeper in terms of what you're doing. Let's push our curiosity just a little bit. If you look at all these technologies that are getting funding across the world, they are not overly advanced, yeah? It's very basic things, just that they understand the problem better. So a challenge to the entrepreneurship class, a challenge to other classes, let's just push it harder. If you have good ideas and you think you need support, please reach out. We will support you and see how we can continue building the whole program. MVPs, our special guests, thank you very much, and all the best. Congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, William. My key takeaways from that discussion is, let's challenge our curiosity. Do you think you're curious enough? Yes, we can say from you being here, you have challenged your curiosity, but challenge it even further. I want to also acknowledge that it is a very exciting time to be alive, honestly. 285 placements, that's a huge number. Congratulations once again. I think we need to clap for the program and the progress that they have made so far. 285. Right? We are indeed reducing the rate of unemployment. And congratulations to the entrepreneurship class. Where is the entrepreneurship class? Entrepreneurship class. It's just you. Entrepreneurship class. Aye. No, louder. You're our future employers, so we appreciate you. Martin, you had a fun fact.
Yes, Carol. Part of the 285 graduates who have been placed in different areas are a field of analysts we call malware analysts. Malware is a combination of two words, that is malicious software. I would like you to help me know who I am. I am a malware. I was created in 2010, allegedly by 2 countries. I was behind one of the nuclear programs that was stopped. Who am I? Yes, sir. Not 2010. All right. I see you know your facts. I am a second one. I am allegedly the first computer program that was created by the alleged father of cybersecurity, Bob Thomas. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Allegedly the first program that was called Creeper. Creeper, that was in the 1970s. All right, last one. I am a malware, special type of malware that led to one of the most famous and known cyber attacks in 2017. Who am I? Yes, sir. WannaCry. Thank you very much.
Well done. Congratulations. Do we have gifts for those who've answered correctly? Yeah, tutaongea na media team kando. Our next guest is going to walk us through the curriculum overview. We're going to, of course, look at the different cohorts that we have been able to cover so far. We've talked about the cloud security, talked about network, the security analysts, and the data protection team. You seem to be the most vocal here. Yes? I think we need to share some of the energies, and you let us know why you have more energy. Entrepreneurship, I don't understand why entrepreneurship is so low. Entrepreneurship, mpo. How many are you? Okay, 1, 2, 2.
Carol, we have others in the middle.
Are you seated in the right spot? Oh, that's where your names are? Okay. All right. So I'd like to introduce the next speaker, Mr. Fidelis Muya. He is currently the Director of Technical Services at Kenya Bankers Association. He has a wealth of experience. And of course, he will be walking us through the curriculum overview. Sorry if I'm butchering your experience. But yes, please allow me to welcome Mr. Fidelis Muya to the stage. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. I think you can see, because of my age, even the profile is not fitting the screen. So for brevity's sake, let's just leave it there. The reason why this side is very vocal, just to answer your question, is they are very experienced in public awareness because they work in industry, so they know. I know a lot of them, they are my friends, so familiar faces, and I'm in good company. Just today morning, I was awarded a doctorate by Mr. William Makatiani. Don't clap, it's a lie. He called me doctor, I corrected him, he insisted. And since we are in a university, I will take the doctorate. Thank you very much. My name is Fidelis Muya. I work with the Kenya Bankers Association. We are part of the partnership that is running the Shujaa project. And as you probably have heard from the previous speaker, this is a program where we are joint implementing through a partnership in industry, practitioners through Serianu. They are the experts in the cybersecurity arena. And then we have the industry practitioners, the market, that is the bankers who decide what the needs for the market are in terms of the skills that we see, the opportunities that we see, and the problems that we encounter. And then we have USIU, who then take that into a curriculum and develop the curriculum and deliver the curriculum to then train the people who are then engaging with the curriculum in order to fix the problem. So you can see we have developed a very wide view of the whole situation in order to actually fix what Professor Amos was talking about, real-world problems. So our idea is that if you graduate from this, you are not going to spend 6 months trying to understand what it is in the job market. If you live here, what you are living here with will ensure within 2 weeks you can be as productive as the next employee seated next to you who has been there. Because we know you have the skills, number 2, you have the relevance knowledge, and you have been capable or capacity enabled to deliver on the work. So that is our main point, so that when you come there, you are hitting the ground running and you are not in any way going to have any problems. So far, we have developed 3 areas of training, and because this is a very dynamic field, we continue reviewing it and developing as we go. As the market needs change, we will develop the curriculum to adapt to the market needs. So far, we have 3. I mentioned, we have security analysts track. We have a data protection track. We developed the cybersecurity cloud security track. And then we have the entrepreneur track. For the security analyst track, we actually have a 12-week delivery. The program is a 12-week program where we have both hybrid and physical sessions. We have very, very technical, hands-on oriented training. It's not theory. A lot of it is used with lessons and sessions of practical sessions to deal with practical life skills in terms of real life environment on cybersecurity. Then we have the data protection track. This is a specific track we took to address an emerging issue that caught us in the way of business as we were engaging, because as you remember, the government passed the Data Protection Act in 2019, and then in 2021, the regulations to enact the said act were put in place, and therefore there was an immediate market need for players to align themselves in line with the regulations and the act. So as Cyber Shujaa, we decided to take advantage of the situation and lead the way to develop a training to build quick capacity in the implementation of that data protection. So we developed a data protection track. This is because it was aimed at people who are in service. We could not afford to have it as a 12-week program. So again, in line with our dynamisms, we were able to develop a very intense 1-week training where people come for a full 1-week training. Then after that, we have what we call capstones. And the capstones are sessions where we have practical application of this training, but we hold them over a weekly session. So we have 4-week capstone sessions to ensure that at the end of it all, the participants can then be able to actually follow the act, the regulations, implement, register their organizations either as a data processor or as a data controller, and then also put in place the necessary policies and procedures within the organizations to be fully compliant with the Data Protection Act. So that has run severally within the banking industry, and we have seen great demand for it outside the banking industry, and we will be working with other players in the financial sector to see whether we can actually implement the same. We've started a few sessions with SACCOs, and we might modify the SACCO sessions due to the nature of the SACCOs. Again, it will probably not be a 1-week thing, but depending on how their experience and their necessity requirements will be, we might amend that. But so far, it is doing very, very well in the banking industry. Then the last one is the entrepreneurship, where we take the participants through the process of developing their business profiles. They develop business plans and proposals, how to do presentations, how to do marketing, and how to do network sessions to grow their profile within the target environments. And we hope by the end of this, they should be in a way possible to have launched their business. The vision is that you develop your business plan, you develop your business strategy, you develop a proposal for your business, we critique it, we analyze it, and we test it to ensure that it actually is practical and meets the needs. And we take you through the process of registering your business so that by the time you leave here, you should be in a position to set up your business and be able to start a viable business that can survive the economic situation in Kenya. So in a way, that is the main programs and the way we develop our curriculum. However, the final thing we leave, and this cuts across the other programs, is we develop what is known as life skills. Most of the trainees, especially the ones who are just leaving university or have just left university, we take them through sessions where we train them on soft skills and life skills, financial management and how to get to be financially independent, how to manage your money, how to develop your CV, how to create a profile, how to attend interviews, how to participate in interviews, and what skills are required in participating in interviews. And these will help them develop skills that necessarily are important in the workplace, to coexist with others in the workplace and make sure that your success is assured beyond just the normal technical knowledge and skills. So in a way, we are trying to build the whole individual. And then to cap it off, we have a session on ethics so that you are sure you know what your expectation as a cybersecurity official is in the business in terms of ethics, because we don't want to bring people who are experts in cybersecurity but have no ethical or moral backgrounds. Strong ethics skills are important in the financial sector and more so in the cybersecurity field. So we make sure we cater all those so that by the time we finish, we have a wide community of ethical, secure, and very skilled and capable cybersecurity experts in Kenya and very soon in Africa and the world. Thank you very much for your attention, and we hope that the foregoing will help you in engaging with us. And if you need more information, of course, we are readily available to help you.
Another round of applause for Mr. Fidelis Muya. Most of us have interesting stories of how we got into our careers, and especially this side. Mine was a very interesting story. Thinking that the things that I was taught in school were actually relevant for the industry, but a shocker during the interview. And I hope that the sessions that we've had in all the different tracks and the highlights from Fidelis, including job readiness, CV writing, soft skills, I hope, and we are looking forward to those skills helping you become better than we were when we started our cybersecurity career. So again, another clap for Mr. Fidelis. We are almost getting to our keynote speaker, our guest of the day. But before we do that, we'd like to get to appreciate what has been our journey and the highlights for Cyber Shujaa. So we're going to play a video that is going to help us appreciate what has been the journey and the highlights. In your booklet, we all have this booklet. If you have this booklet, you'll find that in page 7, you'll get to see the statistics of what have been the accomplishments from this program. Trained 500. Wow, that's remarkable. And 285 of these have been placed already. 3 clouds, network security cohorts, 6 cohorts on data protection, 3 cohorts on security analysts, 3 entrepreneurship and business development. We are looking forward to seeing what the highlights have been. If we can have it play.
My name is Francis Ashok, and by career, I'm a cybersecurity consultant.
My name is Hope Helen Duta. I'm an information security and forensics graduate from KCA University. I later joined Cyber Shujaa, the 3rd cohort, under the cloud and network security.
My name is Shama. I was part of the cohort 3 of Cyber Shujaa program. I'm a graduate of computer science in Multimedia University of Kenya. Aside from that, I've also studied information systems with a key major in cybersecurity.
My name is Natasha Modhusi. I'm a final year student at USIU doing information systems and technology.
My name is Brenda Kamangara. At the moment, I work with Sarianu. I'm a risk consultant.
My name is Joshua Mogo. I'm a final year student at USIU-Africa, pursuing Bachelor of Science in Information Systems and Technology.
And what got me into cybersecurity, honestly, it's crime TV shows and like the forensics part of it.
Everyone was going crazy about cloud security, you know, the issues caused by COVID forcing people to move online. So I figured that that would be a very nice place for me to plug in. So seeing that Cyber Shujaa was offering a course, or rather a track in cloud and network security, I figured that I'd apply and at least get the skills and even a certification to enable me penetrate the market.
I learned about Cyber Shujaa through a lecturer at KCA University. During the launch of the Cyber Shujaa program, they needed 2 representatives from KCA. So the lecturer came to class, told us about the program, and then went ahead and asked who would want to attend.
Skills that I got to learn while I was in the training program were threat analysis, risk management and assessment, also forensics and ethical hacking.
I loved that we kept being taken through these ways of how to interview and how to go through, how to do your CV and things like that. And those are definitely takeaways that I had no idea about joining, and they're the ones that I definitely utilize today.
Something unique I've seen with Cyber Shujaa is that they'd actually follow up to see if you got an interview. They'd actually link you up with people in the industry that need skills such as the one you get from the program.
Going through the course and having a practical sense on what it entails really affected my personal life in terms of even knowing the kind of risks I may be encountering in my daily day-to-day practices. So some of the risks in terms of vulnerabilities in cybersecurity and all that.
The hands-on experience it has given me specifically around Microsoft Azure was important for me. The facilitators, you could tell they're giving in a little bit more than they should. That's commendable for them.
Different skills that I've been able to learn from Shujaa mostly has helped me, first of all, get the research internship that I have here at Shujaa, and will also help me, if I ever choose to get an entry-level job in any cybersecurity field out there.
Again, privileged that I work for an organization that almost is one of the key founder members for Shujaa. And so I like that they implement everything that they do. Training is a huge part of who they are. And everything that we learned in Shujaa is actively implemented every day in my organization. And so that is something I'm definitely, it's almost like I'm continuing the program and I'm continuing the learning. So that's pretty special.
Right now, I am aware of the threats that are outside the world, and I have used the skills and what I learned to protect myself and other people around me.
Joining Shujaa as a research intern, that I definitely attribute to the Shujaa program in terms of the soft skills that were offered, the soft skills track, where we learned about interviews and how to handle interviews, also how to properly write your CV, how to present yourself as a brand. So that really influenced me when looking for an internship.
Anyone who's willing to have that, to put in that time and have that passion for cybersecurity should be able to join Shujaa because it's worth the time.
It's quite rigorous, so prepare yourself. And the fact that a lot of this thing is you're pointed towards the right direction. Now it's up to you to now apply yourself and push yourself to take advantage of everything that's at your disposal.
My name is Kanani Jaramba. I am in charge of IT security at Rafiki Microfinance Bank.
I'm Grace Mwakomangome. I work in the legal department, overseeing corporate commercial work. So intellectual property, reviewing commercial agreements, power of attorney, such work.
My name is Mark Karege. I am in the information
My name is Kanani Jaramba. I am in charge of IT security at Rafiki Microfinance Bank.
I'm Grace Mwakomangome. I work in the legal department, overseeing corporate commercial work. So intellectual property, reviewing commercial agreements, power of attorney, such work.
My name is Mark Karege. I am in the information security team. So we handle a lot of aspects, including the data security and also the data protection office with a team from the bank.
It was interesting to have a mix of professionals in my field, and not necessarily just in the IT field, but rather from legal, from human resources, and so forth, and look at how they view data protection, and seeing data protection from a different point of view than what I typically think of.
I had a wonderful experience. At first, I wasn't sure what to expect. And it was just that you're new, you don't know how the classes are going to be. But first of all, the venue was awesome. I mean, USIU is well built. The classes were very engaging. The lecturers were very deliberate with respect to just engaging us one-on-one, asking our opinions, asking questions. And yes, I had a wonderful time. The practical exercises were good because it sort of tested the knowledge that had been given.
The main aspect that was actually even really clarified was about the responsibilities of the data protection officer and everything that they need to handle on their day-to-day. The main reason why you have organizations that might consider to have their own dedicated DPOs, and then again they drilled down also into the GDPR session. That was also really insightful because we had previously really focused on the Kenya Data Protection Act, but it was new to also cover everything in the GDPR.
The data impact assessment was particularly challenging because of the depth of data you need to get. You really cannot have any blind spots. So realizing first that you have blind spots and how to get to them and extracting that data from them.
There are some things we knew before the training, and just particularly where I'm concerned and what I do, especially when it comes to agreements with vendors that were on board, we had begun to incorporate data protection provisions, particularly if there was the procession of personal data. And now, having learned some of the things that I learned, I realized that there's more. How do you demonstrate compliance? Particularly, how do you do the whole aspect of vendor assessment? Apart from just the provisions in the contract, what else do you look for? And so what I can say is that there's been an awareness of what ought to be done, and just being keen. How do we ensure compliance now, having learned some more of the things that we learned?
The journey hasn't been as bad, as much as we can say that the workload that has actually come in place is really extensive, but we do work with the whole information security team and other stakeholders to at least ensure that we are fully compliant and we're actually able to really divide up the workload that we have.
We have, from the board down, we have an organization that is more aware about what data actually is, what data means, and why it needs to be protected.
We still have connections, be it the people from different organizations and even the ones that taught us. Yeah, so it's great. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for the connections, and I'm looking forward to having wonderful opportunities come my way as a result of what happened and what is happening at the moment.
We really commend the team, from the organizers and the trainers. We hope that they can actually do more frequent sessions for us to add on other users from organization.
Factorial for making it today. You're going to start with 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and the last one should be a quick lightning. To answer? Ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go. All right, thank you very much. You can have your seats. I think starting a career, specifically in cybersecurity, is like preparing a meal. You might think your meal is good enough until you put it on the table, and the people you've prepared it for get to decide. And most of us go through school, and at the time you are sitting before the interview panel, they really get to decide whether you are ready or not. And who better to help us start us off our journey than our keynote speaker. Mr. Edgar Mwadawiro is a Chief Risk Officer at SBM Bank. For the last 25 years, over 25 years, Edgar has had experience in the banking industry, and for over 15 years having experience in different fields or domains in enterprise risk management. I know the word risk might not have come out in one of the tracks, but rest assuredly, one of the things that our keynote speaker will help us appreciate is that when you finally end up in one of the roles, whether you are in a pen tester, whether you are a malware analyst, whether you are a cloud security analyst, all you are helping an organization to do is to reduce their overall cyber risk exposure. I knew Edgar over a couple of years ago. Then I was, I think, 2 years in my career, and I'm glad to have him come and give us our keynote speak. So please help me introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Edgar Mwadawiro. Karibu sana.
Martin, thank you very much for that very good introduction. Good morning, everybody. You know, earlier, Carol was trying to energize the room and asking for one of the groups to, respond. And the energy was a bit low. I'll probably try and rise it.
Maybe to begin, before we do the introductions, you asked about how the career journeys started. My career journey into banking started because I joined a bank. Straight from high school, I got an opportunity to join one of the financial services company then, many years back. And I worked for a couple of months before I went to university. And because I liked the taste of money at that time, that's how I joined the banking world. It has been an exciting journey throughout the banking world. I think, as MC has said, although the term cyber is not there in what we do, but I can assure you that cybersecurity is a very important cog in what we do every day. It is one of the things that makes us be alert and awake every day, particularly in our industry. I'll speak a little bit more, but let me just go through the formal introductions. First of all, it's to congratulate the Cyber Shujaa Consortium that has been led by the various representatives, institutions that are here this morning. I would like, first of all, to recognize USIU-Africa, led by Professor Amos Njuguna and Dr. Paul Musuba and the rest of the faculty for putting up this program and ensuring that it is delivered very well. To Serianu Limited, led by their CEO, William Makatiani, somebody I've known also for many, many years as well. I actually interact with him practically on a monthly basis. We talk on matters cybersecurity. Kenya Bankers Association, the organization I work for, is a member of the Kenya Bankers Association. Again, this morning, led by our technical director, Fidelis. And then the Challenge Fund for Youth Empowerment that are represented here this morning as well. Our MVPs, as William has said this morning, the graduates of this cohort, our MCs that have led us very well this morning, and all the distinguished guests, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again. My name is Edgar Mwandawiro. As has been said, I am the Chief Risk Officer of SBM Bank. SBM Bank is State Bank of Mauritius, came into our market here in Kenya in 2017. It's part of SBM Bank Group that is based out of Mauritius. We operate in 4 countries, Mauritius, Kenya, India, and Madagascar. And we are the second largest bank in Mauritius and quoted there in the stock exchange. And we are here in Kenya operating. We have 41 branches spread across the country, and we are part of the banking sector here in Kenya. So on behalf of SBM Bank, I would like to express our sincere gratitude for inviting us and myself to be part of this noble occasion and initiative. And today we are witnessing the official graduation of this cohort of the Cyber Shujaa training program. I must commend the partners of this program that have designed, built, and have been running this program for a job well done. Earlier on this morning, I was talking to Professor Amos, and we were reminiscing in terms of how the world has changed, particularly after COVID-19. Learning is becoming more practical, and that's what we need. And therefore, for the partnership that has been designed between the private sector, the cybersecurity technicians that are here, and the academic world, it's a commendable job. Being a technology-related training program is one thing. but serving the needs of various industries in the cybersecurity environment is a game changer. In our practical day-to-day life, we need these skills to ensure that we run our institutions well. Cybersecurity discussions, particularly in the banking industry, and Fidelis will tell you, is one of the key cogs that are discussed. Actually, every quarter, I do actually present a paper to my board that is solely focused on cybersecurity. And the board itself spends time to discuss the cybersecurity landscape and the cybersecurity challenges we face as an organization. And this is what happens actually in most of the banks as well. And it is actually a requirement. So this program is actually at the core of what we do. This is due to the fact that for a long time, the nexus between academic education, workplace training, has been seen as a much needed solution in obtaining the right talent for organizations. And therefore, our hope is that you've been impacted with practical knowledge that now can be fed into the needs of our organizations. I have learned that the Shujaa is a youth-focused program that is spearheaded and funded by Siriano, our Kenya Bankers Association, USIU, and the Challenge Fund for Youth Empowerment. This collaboration has engaged in various activities, including conducting research to understand the gaps that are there between ICT and the cybersecurity sector here in Africa and particularly in Kenya. I understand that the Shujaa seeks to address the skill gap challenge that is there, and is focused on continuously analyzing the market and the industry and the ICT talent needs, designing practical curriculums that are needed in conducting, and then also conducting various rigorous training for the participants and the market placement of this youth. I think even the video itself did summarize some of the practical engagements that have been there, and we have seen that even one of the testimonials was about the follow-up that happens even after this training program. Through the consortium, our Kenya Bankers Association provides market intelligence that informs the development of this curriculum. USIU-Africa designs the curriculum and ensures that the youth are at the heart of the program, while Seriano provides the technical training and immerse their expertise into this program. Since its launch in March 2022, and as we have learned, more than 500 youth have been trained under the Shujaa program in the fields of cybersecurity and data protection. Of these, as I have learned, 129 of them have secured employment positions in IT, information security, and cybersecurity across various sectors, including finance, government, and the private sector. Additionally, I have also been informed that 107 of these individuals have advanced their careers, while 4 practitioners or participants of this program have gone on to establish their own businesses, and in this thriving ICT and cybersecurity industry. All these are hallmarks of positive impact to the people. We at SBM Bank are proud to be associated with this program. It underscores the importance of empowering our youth with the necessary skills required in the corporate sector, equipping you and the working executives as well with competencies that will enable them and us to grow and inspire others also into entrepreneurship, thereby creating job opportunities here in Kenya. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how our economy will grow. It resonates squarely with the Kenya government's desire to anchor ICT as a key driver of economic growth and empowerment. As you may be aware, the Kenya Digital Master Plan for the year 2022 to 2032 is primed on harnessing access to government services, businesses, and investors through the availability of a highly skilled critical mass in ICT workforce, supporting the digital economy and a robust digital innovation ecosystem. Funding of these projects and a government that is running now a fully digitized platform. And I'm sure all of us have had even our own president advancing this master plan. In addition, various research by Seriano has shown that while there has been a rise in ICT training, there still remains a major talent gap in cybersecurity. Actually, to give you a bit of a secret today, cybersecurity professionals are actually the ones dictating how much they need to be paid. We as employers are actually struggling to ensure how do we remunerate this. So you're in the right space, and through this training, I'm sure your careers will be on a very good footing. On that note, I would like to offer my hearty congratulations to today's graduating class. I am certain that their training will be worth their while. Being a member of a vibrant and dynamic Kenya cybersecurity industry, I'm happy to advise you that the skills and the competencies that you acquired through this training hold immense potential. Cybersecurity is no longer a niche of concerned few technology enthusiasts, but it is becoming now the cornerstone of our modern society. The increasing reliance on digital technology and the internet have spurred an exponential growth also cyber threats, making it imperative for individuals and organizations to fortify their online defenses. Consequently, the need of cybersecurity professionals has soared, and we expect a surge in employment opportunities, particularly within the financial services sector. From an employer's perspective, the value of having skilled cybersecurity professionals in our ranks cannot be overstated. You, the graduating class of today, serve as a first line of defense against cyber threats, safeguarding this sensitive data, critical infrastructure, and intellectual property. Your expertise will ensure that the continuity of business operations will bolster our customer trust. Our clients will feel more secure in trusting their information and assets with us, with the robust cybersecurity measures that you will help us put in place. In Kenya, we have witnessed an encouraging rise of cyber-centric initiatives, which is a testament to the commitment both by the public and private sector to tackle cybersecurity threats head-on. With the government's emphasis on digital transformation and growing prominence of fintechs, e-commerce, and telecom industries, there is a pressing need for skilled workforce equipped to navigate the complex landscape that we see around cyber risks. However, while there have been government goodwill with regard to mainstreaming ICT education, of which cybersecurity is a big component, we have reached a point where programs such as Shujaa should be recognized by employers as a valid certificate by the national and regional institutions such as the National Industrial Training Authority, the Kenya National Examination Council, and the Kenya National Qualifications Authority. Already I'm aware the government, through the Ministry of Education, is putting up a policy on information and communication technology in educational training, thereby providing a framework that will guide ICT integration into education and training. It is through this policy that education, culture, and co-learning will be helped, or rather will help to transform our education subsector that will stimulate critical thinking, creativity, and innovation to meet the challenges of the 21st century. The policy further underpins the vision and mission of the ministry with a view of identifying how the sector will use ICT to develop the requisite human talent for Kenya to meet its demand and labor market, both locally and globally. In addition, the Ministry of Information and Communication and the Digital Economy recently organized a multi-sector cybersecurity roundtable where members discussed cyber threats management in our evolving landscape. This collaboration is vital as the private sector is expected to bring innovation, agility, and specialized knowledge, while the public sector, which drives the government's digital transformation agenda, possesses the regulatory authority and a broader understanding of our national security concerns. Partnership that has been established by the Cyber Shujaa partners should now extend to include the government. Public and private partnerships are critical for infrastructure and information protection from cyber threats. This partnership will provide an avenue for investment in further research, product innovation, and training that is central to ensuring that security solutions are implemented effectively and efficiently. This way, we will be accurately responsive to the needs of our organizations and the Kenya citizens at large. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the cusp of a very great future. I remain confident that our graduates today are beginning an interesting and exciting and a highly rewarding journey. I want to encourage each one of you to believe in yourselves. Get out there and show the world what you are made of. And with these few remarks, I announce the successful graduation of today's 313 candidates. But before I say my congratulations, allow me also to recognize my own colleagues who are here in the auditorium today, who are also graduating. I hadn't seen you earlier, but now looking at the auditorium, I've seen you as well. So congratulations for this. And to the rest of all of you, congratulations. This is just but the beginning of your journey. As I had told you earlier when I started my opening remarks, as the executive team of many financial institutions and also boards of very many financial institutions today, we require these skill sets. Cybersecurity discussions are top agenda at the board level in terms of ensuring that we are protected. In a bank, our biggest threat is ensuring that we safeguard our depositors' money. And to do that, we need these skill sets to ensure that we protect our depositors' money and create confidence in our financial services sector. So congratulations, and thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A better round of applause to Edgar Mwandawiro, Chief Risk Officer, SBM Bank. Thank you very much. You still there? Turn to the person on your right, left. Tell them you finally made it as a Cyber Shujaa. We have all taken a takeaway from each of the speakers. I want to give 3 questions, quick questions, because we want to get into the awarding of the certificates to have that as evidence that you went through the program, right? Before you do that, I want to take 3 questions, and then we're going to have our speakers help us quickly answer that. And then after that, we're going to go to the awards as we are wrapping up I don't know whether Keith is around or one of the team members from Cyber Shujaa. If you can help me hand over the mic to those who have a question. All right, good to see Keith there. I want to give us a chance to ask questions. 3 questions. Three questions. Among the different teams that we are going to have from those who are graduating are people who are going to get into the governance side of things. You're going to get into the policy. You're going to get into the technical side. You are here, you're starting your journey, and you already have your future employers here in the same room. What questions do we have? Some of us are going to start a career from a pen testing side. Others will be from the defender side. Others will be from the cyber risk side of things. Others from a governance. What are the questions that you'd like our key speakers to answer? Please mention your name and where you work, if possible.
Good morning. Firstly, allow me to congratulate ourselves. And my name is Anthony from Equity Bank Kenya Limited. And my question is, I see that there's an element of Cyber Shujaa that focuses on students, some scholarship program. And my question is, what is the process and what are those who want to join this program required to do? Thank you.
All right, remind me your name, please.
My name is Anthony Nganga.
Anthony, thank you very much, from Equity. I will take the second question. Thank you very much. That is around scholarships, and I think Dr. Paula or Prof. Judy, feel free to answer that second question. Somebody who has a question, there's a question at the back. Good.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Sopatra Nicholas Bravo, and my question is, for me, myself, I recently graduated on June, and I've also graduated in this cloud and network security. And my question is, what is the minimum requirement for me to get into the market or being employed as maybe a startup or maybe as an intern? Thank you.
So you're looking at both from employment and starting your own startup?
Yeah, starting as well as being employed as maybe an intern or a freshman.
All right. Thank you very much, Nicholas. We'll have that question answered as well. Is there a third question probably from this side, and if possible from a lady? All right, there's a question there at the back there.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Joy Wambui. I work at Kenya Revenue Authority as an ICT support associate. My question, I've graduated in the cloud and network security side, and I was wondering if there's an opportunity maybe to join the security analyst group also.
All right. I want to give a bonus question, one last bonus question. There is one there, the corner. And as we are having that bonus question, I will start it off with answering the scholarships. I'll ask Dr. Paula to help us answer that.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am Hannah. I was in the cloud and network track. My question is for the Challenge Fund for Youth Employment. So for the representative who is here, do you guys partner up with individuals or you just partner with corporates? Because I have a project I want to do and I would like to know if your organization would fund me. Thank you.
All right, we're going to start with Dr. Paula. And Dr. Paula, there are two questions I think that you can help us address, both on the scholarship and on the transition to security analyst.
Hi, everyone. Now, you know we've been doing these things virtually, so some of my graduates are seeing me for the first time. We've just been chatting, we've been on WhatsApp. This is Dr. Paula Musuva. I'm an associate professor here at USIU, and Cyber Shujaa is our child. We saw it right from the beginning as we were conceptualizing and meeting with CFYE, and they agreed to fund us. And growing our partnerships with Serianu, we started Serianu partnership with USIU from 2012. So over 11 years, we've been working with William and his team. And KBA, we worked with them on the SWIFT project during the COVID time, and were able to deliver excellent research work that even got us to go and present in Netherlands and in South Africa in the SWIFT conferences. So what you're seeing today is a culmination of a lot of preparation. So I'm not here to talk too much, but just to say hi. This is the person you've been chatting with. The nature of our program is that we've been doing a lot of our training online so that we are not just benefiting people in Nairobi. How many of you are outside Nairobi? Yes, and that's why you saw the auditorium filling in progressively. So we have partnered with over 60 different universities from all over Kenya. All right? So just to answer the question as to how you join. So that is correct. We have 2 tracks. The first track is for graduates. They're just finishing campus. They don't have jobs, unemployed. We know there is a crisis in terms of youth employment, right? You guys are bright, you're very talented and skilled, but you really get down when you don't get those jobs. So we said we want to plug between the employers and us as universities to create opportunities for you to have skills that are employable. So we have 3 intakes in a year. We have an intake in January, we have an intake in May, and we have an intake starting in September. So just in a few weeks. Now for each of those intakes, we always make a call. How do we distribute the call? The first channel is with our partnerships in universities. So we have grown our network with different universities across Kenya. So whenever we have a call, we'll let them know that we are receiving applications. And the call usually will run for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So you need to be plugged in at your university. The second is our social media. We have our LinkedIn. We're very active on LinkedIn. We have also our channel on, what are the different platforms? Natasha, you're here. We're on Twitter, YouTube. So and we have a big network on WhatsApp. So what happens also, the third channel is our alumni. A lot of the people who we've seen come have been recommended by our alumni. So we have 3 intakes in a year. You will always see the poster. We have a similar poster. We usually try and keep it to the themes you've seen, and we circulate it through those channels. And we do have a proper application process. We make calls and speak to people in our interview. You all received our calls, right? You spoke to somebody as we were vetting whether we should take you in. And we also look at your performance. So we have only 1 slot per student. Now, initially, we started with cohort 1, where we had only the security analyst track. Subsequently, we started off the cloud and network security, but we allowed an opportunity for the successful candidates for security analyst to also take the cloud and network security track. But because of our funding model, we can only count you once as a beneficiary. Even though it's free, it still costs us to train you. So for us to be able to reach a bigger pool, and through discussions even with our funder, we had to make a call, and we said that we will be giving 1 opportunity. Now, during our interview process, we actually ask whether you're sure you want to go through the security analyst track or the cloud track, and we give you an overview of each. Even during our induction, so we do 1 week of induction, which we can allow people to change. So for example, if we called you for the security analyst track and we take you through what it will involve, and you feel like you're better off with the cloud, we then allow you to change within the first week. But unfortunately, we'll allow just 1 free slot. However, we are now also coming up with a model where you can still get both, but they will not be free. We'll just have a nominal fee, which will allow you to be able to pursue both. So I hope I've been able to answer the question. And we've already closed the applications for September. In fact, we're already doing the interviews. But please have a look out for our January intake, because we'll actually open the call for the January intake by October, around October. So we will be posting that on our social media pages. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Paula. There was a second question. Paul, I don't know if you want to respond to that. All right. There was a question on whether you fund individuals as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Martin, and thank you so much for the question. The straight answer is no, but let me provide a bit of context. So CFYE is a 7-year program that plans to make sure that we create more than 230,000 jobs. And how exactly do you do this? So how we are doing it is working with private sector companies, and that's why you have Serianu, that's why you have USIU, because we believe the best way and the best pathway to creating employment is actually working with a platform that is already very solid. So ideally, that's why we work with private sector companies. And what we hope, and what, for example, this specific partnership has shown, is that if they're able to support young people, if they're able to build them with skills, then that pathway to starting your own company, being employment is already there. So for us, our approach is not necessarily working directly with individuals, but working with private sector companies that can provide that platform. But of course, from this partnership, and this goes back to Amos and team, is that there are many opportunities in the market that, of course, are looking for ideas to fund, or that are looking ideas to catalyze them. And I think it's an opportunity for the team to pursue the lady and see whether there's something that you can be able to support them with. But largely for CFYE, we work directly with private sector companies. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Paul. There was a question on minimum requirements, and I'm going to put it back to Mr. Fidelis, Edgar, and William. If you can help us just appreciate, and we have a lot of us who are graduating today who are going to be looking for jobs. If you can help us appreciate, what do you look for when you are looking for a potential hire in the area of cybersecurity, cyber risk across the different roles?
Thank you. I do not pretend to be a HR guy, so don't quote me. But based on my industry knowledge, cybersecurity, you require 2 things. Of course, the knowledge, and that's why we go for graduates from any university who have done an IT-based degree, because you are working in IT, so you definitely need IT. Then specifically in cybersecurity, we want people who are knowledgeable in cybersecurity. The minimum entry requirements, if you can have the minimum introduction to cybersecurity, then that enables you to be a clerk in a cybersecurity department. But that's not exciting. So for us, we are more ambitious. That is why we are taking you through the whole training of cybersecurity. But as a minimum, yes, most employers will want you to have a degree from a recognized university, and then some certification in IT cybersecurity. So those of us who know the usual things in cybersecurity, Cisco, CCNA, and all that, those are minimum requirements. But if you have a cybersecurity certificate from Shujaa, I'm sure they will be falling over themselves to employ you. So please make sure you join our track. Thank you.
Thank you, Fidelis. Yeah, in terms of the minimum requirements, first of all, let me just say that one of the most difficult jobs to always place people is in this field of IT, what we call IT risk, IT security, cyber security. And it's because the talent is, not, what do I say? We don't have a very large talent pool. As I said earlier, with this certification, you are at the cornerstone of something very huge. However, in terms of minimum requirements, I'm just speaking for organization to join its minimum university degree. But when now you speak about the particular role itself, we look for certifications such as CISA, CISM, certified ethical hackers, and obviously this program will add a lot of credence to your application as we look forward to the hiring process. What we look for is the practicality of doing the job, not necessarily the academic credential or accolades that go around it. So if you have CISA, CISM, CEH, or this program, it gives you a very, very, very good foothold and very good advantage insofar as the various candidates that you'll be competing against. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Carol, there's William as well. William has to give his remarks. What are the minimum requirements that you're looking for? What are you looking for in a candidate?
Thank you, Martin. So you mentioned startups. The startup world is not easy, eh? So there's nothing rosy about a startup. So my advice to you is do a lot of practical things on your own. There's nothing as good as somebody coming for an interview and you find out that they've developed something on GitHub, you've done some analysis, you've done some malware analysis. It shows that you can do things because a lot of the cyber work you do is sometimes self-supervised, yeah? A lot of the work you do will be self-supervised. You'll go analyze, do a pen test, and do those things. So start doing some of those things on your own if you're looking for a job. Now, I strongly believe you'll all get jobs. When? I don't know. There's a lot of restructuring that is going on in the ecosystem to even convince employers that they can employ you. So it will take time. It's not because you have skills, and it's just there is a lot of restructuring to even walk in and tell a HR manager, this is the right candidate for that. And we are working very hard. Where's Linda? We have a full-time person who goes to all these places, and it's not easy. Yesterday I was at an event, and I was talking about what we're doing, and these are board of directors. So continue doing a lot of things on your own that are practical. Open a GitHub page if you're on the technical side. If it's cloud, set up a cloud. Google gives you a free cloud license if you're a student, yes? Log on to those things, do those things. When you show up for that interview, include it in your CV. For startup, get some experience. It's good to run for all these grants. You'll make money here and there, but trust me, even with my 10 years of experience working and starting a business, it's taken me 7 years to appreciate the challenges you face. So don't rush into it. You will lose certain skills earlier on that you'll have gotten being employed that you will not. And there's nothing easy. Convincing an IT manager in Kenya to buy your solution requires time, and there are some here. Requires time. So build the necessary skill sets, understand the tax code, understand you are responsible for pay, VAT, and all these, and the now housing tax. Understand those things before you jump and start looking, because you come out of school very smart, but then you start wasting time. By the time you catch up, your idea then becomes, you'll just be moving around developing mobile apps. So just appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Row as it comes, right? I hope our questions are answered as I welcome Carol to take us through the presentation of certificates. I think our takeaways are we have knowledge. The question is what are our skills and what are our abilities that we can do with the skills. Karibu sana, Carol.
Thank you very much, Martin, and thank you for the Q&A session. I think it has been excellent. You, as our audience and as our MVPs, you've been able to have your questions answered. One of the other things that I can add to the excellent responses that we've been given is mentorship. Make sure you have someone you trust and who is within the same field that you are in to mentor you in this particular field, to work with you. It is clear for sure as the students of Cyber Shujaa that you are at a vantage point, as most of our speakers have mentioned. Most of us were winging it. Yeah, when we started from campus, we just winged it. You enter into your interview session and you're told, okay, start this job as an intern, and you wing it all the way until you become the professional that we are today. So you are indeed at a vantage point. And I think one of the other things that maybe I can present to this group here is a key element that is taught to these students is ethics and integrity. So be sure that when you do hire any Cyber Shujaa graduate, they have been taught the integrity and ethics. A bit of announcements. You've been given some beautiful sachets, and I can't see anyone wearing. Yes. Oh, thank you, you're wearing it. So can we all please wear our sash? So Professor Amos is asking for his. You need to register for the Cyber Shujaa program. Right. Just to also remind you that this session is being streamed live. I hope you have informed your family members. They are all watching you, right? We are on Cyber Shujaa. The handle is Cyber Shujaa on LinkedIn, on Twitter, X, and on YouTube. So feel free to share the link. Feel free to take a selfie of yourself and post it online. You can use the hashtag Cyber Shujaa, your cohort, and of course the third graduation ceremony. So to begin this, I'll also try to, another announcement is to remind you to return the sash once you leave. Don't go with it. If you go with it, you will pay an extra amount. That will of course go into the kitty of the program. To start us off in terms of giving out the certificates, tell your neighbor, it is time to get our certificates. Finally. Is that what you've been waiting for? It is finally here. And we're going to start with the Cloud Security Masterclass. And to do this, I will request for the trainers to assist our keynote speaker, Edgar. He will be the one to provide the certificates to the graduates, but I will request Albertini. Is Albertini here? And Ashok. Hi, how are you? You're Albertini. You're Ashok. Oh, all right. All right, so you will be assisting, you'll present the certificates to Edgar, and then Edgar to present it to the graduates. So, without further ado, I would like to, yes, please come. So our first Cloud Security Masterclass graduate is Eric Mwangi, and I will keep calling your names, and we keep clapping, and then you'll just line up. So we have Eric Mwangi, karibu sana, congratulations. Ketan Patel. Bevash Divecha. Yes, you take a picture, please. Hilda Ntongondu. I hope that is how you pronounce your name. Edwin Moema, please come forward. That is Ketan, karibu. Bavesh. Edwin Moema. Daisy Migosi. Mohammed Khan. Owen Wanyeki Washira and Vivian Jerusa. Please keep clapping, keep clapping. Your turn is coming. They will also clap for you. Oh, okay. All right. All right, so the next is the entrepreneurship class. Please make your way to the... What page? All right, thank you very much, Edgar and Ashok and... oh, what's the envelope? Right, there's an envelope that you can collect from the media team, sorry. Please collect it once you get your certificate. That's where you'll put your certificate. So the next is the entrepreneurship class. And to do that, we request Professor Amos to assist us with handing over the certificates. And you will be assisted by Mark. Sorry, I'm just getting the list of the names. Bear with me. Oh. All right. So please start lining up, sorry. We have Caesar Wawero Kabwe, that's from cohort 2, followed by Dennis Odete, Erickson Mativo, Felix Ochieng, Franklin M. Nyanamba. I hope you're coming. Please start lining up. James Alvin, all right. James Kinyanjui Wakaba, John Thuo, Kelvin Chalo, Muita Kelvin Kotura, Peter Chua, Rodney Somoire Nkoyo, Simon Boron Njoroge, and Teresia Waithera, cohort 2. Karibuni. Congratulations. Right, cohort 3, please start lining up. We have Adrian G. Mwangi, Esther Wanjiko Mwangi, Ivan Jerry Kamau, Gibson Joroge. Remember to collect your envelopes as well. John Wanjaman Joroge. Well done. Lloyd Mawira Mbaye. These are our next entrepreneurs. They already have startups. So we wish them well. Patrick Karanja, Rachel Gilead Ngewe, Samuel Hira Moreithi, and Velma Anangwe. Yeah, I'll do. Right, data protection, you're next, but I can see Prof. Judy, you're already on top of things. These are the practitioners, the professionals who should tell us whether or not our data is safe, specifically. Yes. And yes. So to do this, we request our CFYE funder, Paul Njuguna, to come and present, but once they're done, to be assisted by Laibuta and Nabiha as the trainers. So these are the trainers that were part of the training team for the data protection. All right, continue clapping for the entrepreneurship class, please.
And the photos will be available for all of us later on.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor Amos, for your assistance. Thank you, Laibuta and Nabiha. These are our main trainers. I'll request Paul Njuguna. And we have Anne Mwagangi. Karibu, congratulations. Followed by Bernard Ngunjiri, Bavisa Nakeshi. And Brian Obama. Costa Singoi, Cyrus Mwanga. Continue clapping. These are the guys who are going to give you jobs as well. David Mwangi, Elijah Charo, George Gatibi, Isaac Mbogwa, James Maruta, Janet Kainza, yes. Bavisa, congratulations. Mr. Obama. Yeah. Oh, so. Elijah Charo, George Gatibi, are we there? All right. Isaac Mbogwa, Janet Kainza, Mwenda George Ikilenya, Rose Sang, Rosemary Koech Kimwatu, Sarah Njuguna, Sheila Mahuro, Sophia Mbogo, Tim Mutai, Tony Mbalo. Cohort 4, congratulations. No. Yes. Right. We proceed to cohort 5. Today we have more than one cohort for data protection. So the next one is cohort 5. Angela Kijira, Anthony Mudhoni, yes. Benroljas Musiva, Benson Otuori, Daniel Kinuthia, Dennis Orina, Doreen W. Mwangi, Eric Mbani, Eugene Seme, Faith Soi. Congratulations, team, keep coming. Flora Maina, Fred Gachibi, George Moshiri, Helen Nyaboke, Hiten Patni, Irene Zioka, Jacqueline Dongo. Keep coming, keep clapping. Jacqueline Dongo. Okay. Javan Kagasi, Joe Mudhomi, Josephine Nganga, Joy Mwaneki, Joyce Maina, Kari Gitonga, Kajuju Marete, Kanani Njaramba, Keith Ndezwa, Kennedy Hinga, Kohia Kago, Mavis Eleanor Manyasa, Jerry Kamande, Patricia Maina, Philip Okemwa, Rahil Khalil, Salavina Maina, Samson Sheriot, Samuel Kamundai, Stephen Joroge, and Stephen Robia. That's cohort 5. It was a big team, very engaging. A team of 38. So well done, cohort 5. So the next one is cohort 6. Alex Karoki, Derek Malinga, Fiona Washira, Grace Mwangome, James Mwangi, Jesse Thuo, Joan Gakamongi, Kennedy Munge, Mark Karige, Madenge, G. Madenge, Moses Muraya, Naomi Ngoge, Nicholas Karanja, Nicholas Mina, Patrick Siuki, Reynard Nzomo, and finally, Samuel Ileli. Congratulations once again, the data protection cohort 6.
Whose book is this now?
That is mine. Yours is here. All right, for this particular group, that's the cloud and network security. We request Edgar Mwandowiro, please, if you could come back once they're done. No, it's okay once they're done. And he'll be assisted by the cloud and network security trainers, that is Keith and George. Keith and George. Oh, thank you. Congratulations again, the team of data protection. As I was saying, you will need to tell us whether we should go ahead and take our iris scans. You know, we should go and face an orb. All right, thank you very much, Laibuta and Nabiha, for assisting Paul Njuguna of CYFYA. Asante sana. That was a long group. Congratulations, guys. All right, so Mr. Edgar and Mwandowiro, please. Is George here, Keith? All right. All right, so for the network and security analysts, so we'll start with cohort 3, right? And I'll keep calling your names. Agnes Chepto Kulei. Please keep clapping. Alpha Mokorumi Morara. Amina Ali Abdi. Ann Wariaran Nderitu. Anthony Kiama. Anthony Njenga Moshiri. Beatrice Ndanu Kiilu. Bernard Otom. Benjamin Victor Ogutu. Yes, thank you very much. Claire Chebet, Dennis Kiprotich Kirui, Fatai Mudhoni Gatwiri, Gashomba, Maureen Wanjiko, Hannah Mudhoni Morioki, Hope Helen Nduta, Ian Kamau Gekonyo, Japheth Karumwa, Jilo Darmi Ismail, Joshua Ngomeli Kibuba, Juliet Njoki Njeri, Kennedy Esau Wawero, Kipchirchir Sheldon, Kipkoril Zadok, Lisa Muikali, Mutisia Eric Mudoka. Keep coming. Oliver Cheriot, Ronald Rono, Samuel Kiru Maina, Shaman Jenga, Sheila Wangoi Mahuro, Vivian Zhao and Wilson Wanjohi. This is cohort 3. Congratulations. We applaud you for your determination, for your diligence and resilience. Taking those classes online, that's amazing. You know, when KPLC can do that thing, and when your internet provider can do that thing, and you don't have an opportunity to attend class, but you did it, congratulations, everyone. We appreciate also those who have come all the way from different counties in Kenya. You've come by bus, come by vehicle, come by plane, whatever it is. We appreciate you for being here today. And also just a reminder to the future employers, we do have a placement table or a talent acquisition table at the end, so feel free to reach out to Linda in case you have any questions, concerns, etc. So this particular team possess the effectiveness. They're able to identify cloud security controls. They're able to architect and design secure cloud computing services. They have demonstrated a practical understanding of key networking and cloud computing concepts. They're able to identify known risks, threats, vulnerabilities, and privacy concerns associated with networks and cloud computing deployments. They have implemented network security controls such as network storage, data protection. They are conversant with DevSecOps, the identity and access management, monitoring, audit, and compliance. They're also able to write security assessment reports on risks, vulnerabilities, control weaknesses, and operational oversights while providing recommendations to mitigate or correct the security deficiencies identified. Thank you very much, cohort 3. Congratulations. Next cohort, cohort 4. We start with Abhi Rajiv Barot, Adrian G. Mwangi, Anthony Wekesa Masai, Arthur Njeru Karaoke, Bet Kipkoril Gilbert, Brian Mutuma Kimathi, Canton Weke Otieno, Catherine Mamo, Cecil W. Lubale, Dalton Leyan Ki Morgo, Danny Njenga Mwangi, Dennis S. Kalumba, Edwin Ndegwa Karuthie, Emmanuel Ntoye, I'll try that again. Emmanuel Ntuye Ntinkoi, Francis Odoyo Ogutu, Gift Wamatuba, Isabella Masi Obur, Jemima Wangeshi Nyaga, Joel Mugo, Joan Madhai Gedenji, Joseph Njuguna Kamau, Joy Wamboi Maina, Kennedy Kinuthia Mbogwa, Kennedy Munyasia Mwenga, Kip Plagat Stanley, Karibuni. Mark Tanui, Midhamo Albert Mwendia, Opata Nicholas Bravo, Peter Davis Kombo, Rakeli M. Nyawanga, Robert Ocheng Mulama, Sharon Munywa, Sydney Sande Simiu, Tony Ngeno, Wahome Simaina, Eunice Mohammed, Yvonne Thenya Muli. Congratulations, cohort 4. And in the spirit of gender and inclusivity, you can see the females are very well represented. It's an amazing thing. You would think that the cloud and network security is too technical for the females, but no, it is not. We are also technical. So kudos to the team. Right. So again, the key skills that they possess, they are able to demonstrate practical understanding of key networking and cloud computing concepts. So the Azures, the AWSs, they can identify risks, threats, vulnerabilities, and privacy concerns on matters cloud. They can architect and design secure cloud computing services. They can implement security controls, including the DevSecOps, identity and access management, monitoring, audit, compliance. They assess the effectiveness of identified cloud security controls, and they can write assessment reports that they can then report to their senior or the executive management. Again, a very big cohort. The last cohort 3 was 37 individuals, 37 graduates. For cohort 3, we have 32 graduates. Cohort 4, we have 37 graduates. Again, we have noted that they're from across the country. Right, the next group, you can start, you have lined up. Right, so the next group is the cybersecurity analysts. And to do this, Dr. Fidelis Muya in the making, you will assist us with the presentation of the certificates. To assist you, we'll have Caroline Tipape, and Neville. All right. Congratulations once again, the Cloud and Network Security team. What an honor. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, George, for your support. And thank you, Edgar, once again for assisting us. All right, so I'll start calling out your names. This is also a big group, so Fidelis, Neville, Caroline, prepare yourselves. If you need a seat, let us know. So the first one, Abdul Shakur Jamwa Arlina, Alex Karioki, Anthony Masharian Duta, Benson Mainge Chengo, Benson Motua Kasoka, Benu Masi Njoki, Bet Kiprono Gideon, Billy Gibendi, Billy Onoka, Brian Karioki Karanja, Brian M. Maithia, Chelsea Kerubo, Cheriot Peter, Crispus Kagina, Kagima, Daniel Wanderi Chege, David Kiboi Nyamu, Davis Nathan Akidiva, Dylan Motugi. Yeah. Ebenezer Leonard Goyai, Eddie Peter, Elizabeth Jael Akoth, Elvis Kipyegon, Emmanuel K.O. Mogaka, Emmanuel Uya, Eric Mbogo. To the rest, let's clap for them, kidogo. Ivan Jerry Kamau, Evans Gatura Kibindu, Faith Katungwa Kio, Fatma Abdul Mohammed, Felistas Wanzao Muindi, Francis Wagako Kamau, Frank Ndirango Gidhui, Grace Mwende Oseko, Havi Sijeni, Henry Chalo Susan, Henry Mambea Mwawai, Hilda Wamaitha Wanjiko, Ian Wamalwa Wakoli, James Ngugi, Janice Angelia, Janice Angela, Jire Baraka, Joe Munene Medha, Joel Kores Kashu, Joseph Njuguna Kamau, Joshua Kipkoech Kipseba, Joshua Muo Mutisia, Juliet Sarah, Justin Ogeto Gishana, Karburu Zedi, Kevin Kimutai. That is just 50 out of 98. That's a big group. Kipkoech Victor, Kovi Peter Ndivo, Langat Kipkirui Peter, Lewis Mushemi Mbao, Lillian Clarice, Lorna Masharia, Lovell Kipkorich, Kiprotich, Marlene Joy Aringo, Marion Asachi Lunani, Mati Elvis Osieko, Maureen Muzembi, Masi Naimutie, Michael Njaga Kimita, Millicent Kinoti, Mordecai Odhiambo Otieno, Moses Karioki Irungu, Moses Mushiri Gishia, Maureen Chebet Bagoge, Muhanda Joseph Ngishiri, Mwangi Steven Karanja, Natasha Ndoko, Mudhusi, Nyambogo Grace Audrey, Ochanda Lillian Onsombi, Oliver Mulia Ndhiani. Amazing. Opio Paul Odhiambo, Oscar Wekesa Wafula, Peter Kavinya, Phyllis Ngina Zuo, Ramsey Wainaina Gesharu, Rona Joy Kome, Rispa Chepkoech, Roy Munene Murage, Samuel A. Mwangi Moshiri, Sarah Oeri, Shakim Khan Metho. Sharon Akasgesere, Sharon Amai, Sharon Kambua Ndunda, Sicilian Awor Orido, Thomas Odhiambo Opiata, Tony Morioki, Valentine Atuvuka Kakai, Valerie Abigail Ayuko, Velvin Jepmwetich Tanui, Vema Adhiambo Olwoch, Wafula El Nasaka, Weru Windrose Wanjiko. An excellent team. The key skills that these particular graduates possess is analyzation. They can be able to collect and operate, specialized in denial and deception operations and collection of cybersecurity information that may be used to develop intelligence. They investigate cybersecurity events or crimes through digital forensics. They operate and maintain. This means that they're able to provide support, administration, and maintenance necessary to ensure effective and efficient IT system performance and security. They oversee and govern in terms of providing leadership, management, direction, or development and advocacy for effective cybersecurity. They protect and defend. They securely provision. They design, procure, and or build secure information technology systems. Congratulations, the security analysts graduating students, cohort 3. So for your big networks, these are the guys who are going to be monitoring your networks. They're going to threat hunt, identify any malicious activities, and report on the same. Of course, they will advise IT security on what controls will need to be implemented in order to safeguard the network. These are the guys who may have eventually noticed the anonymous Sudan on either of the networks. You hire them and they will see that and they will defend your network. You will not have to worry. They are the same people who are going to spread the word about cybersecurity out there in their specific counties. There's still a lot that needs to be done in terms of awareness. The reason I was joking about WorldCoin is immediately after the DDoS attack, and everyone was worried that their data may be unsafe from eCitizen, we see queues bigger than this one at KICC. People queuing to get their eyes scanned. So there is a lot of awareness that needs to be done. Because while we may be worried about some of the data that is sitting across, we still intentionally give away some of our data for some rewards. Right. Thank you very much, Professor Judy, for your assisting. Yes. You can see the cohort 4 is already lined up. Not Again, a hearty applause for cohort 3 of the security analyst graduating students. Congratulations, guys. Next one is cohort 4, and we'll start with Beatrice Joy Mombi Ngumo, Bilha Mwangi, Brian Thirikwa Karumbi, Derek Kigame, Derek Duncan Maina, Esther Wanjiko Mwangi, Evans Kiprotich Korir, Feni Auma Ongala, Gabriel Sakwa, George Gathu, James Masharia Washira, Kelvin Nderitu, Kijedi Wesley Isadia, Kenya Sharon Kageni, Koome Charles, Kosgei Enoch Kipkoech, Moturi Christine Jerry, Nesta Gedhaka Karori, Philip Mwanzia Nzioka, Rispa Ransky A.O. Nyamwea, Rodney Somoire Nkoyo, Russell Henry Awor, Samuel Hira Mureithi, Stephen Karanga Wamboi, Stephen Makao Musau, Timothy Sewe Ogode, Tony Muse Kimanzi, Velma Anangwe, Vincent Chege. Congratulations. Again, this team are able to analyze security incidents. They are able to collect and operate, investigate. They are able to operate and maintain in terms of providing support and administration. They oversee, govern, they protect and defend, and they securely provision. In this particular class, they have been taught or they have been equipped with the following roles: the roles of auditors, the roles of vulnerability assessors, penetration testers. These are the certified ethical hackers that Edgar was talking about. They have security operations expertise, they are incident responders, and they are forensic investigators. We are all improving on our technology. We have all gone technology-wise. So definitely there is bound to be an incident that will require to be investigated to identify the root cause and how to mitigate such an incident from taking place again. Again, congratulations, and we appreciate you for coming all the way from your specific hometowns. Congratulations, cohort 4 of security analyst graduating team. Thank you very much to our trainers, Caroline and Neville, and to Dr. Fidelis. All right. Do we all have our certificates with us? Are we excited? I'm excited on your behalf. I wish I was among the team that was getting the certificate. But now we also have some additional awards that we would like to present. Thank you for staying on to also be part of and witness that. And I'll invite Martin back to assist. Thank you.
Much, Carol. A round of applause for Carol. All right. We are in for our awards. We're almost wrapping up. I know we're almost standing in between you and lunch. But you're almost there, hanging on there. We want to give awards for graduates who have been outstanding in the different tracks. And we want to start with the security analyst. And they are trainers who've worked tirelessly with these teams. So I will give them a chance to come and present the awards. That is for the security analyst cloud security masterclass. Security analyst, cloud security masterclass, cloud and network security, and finally, data protection. And this is a surprise. The people who are giving the awards do not know. Are you ready? Are you ready? We want to start with the security analyst. Security analysts, where are you? Where is the track? All right. So we want to start with Excellence Award for Best Male Security Analyst. Best Male Security Analyst. And you're going to give this award. This award goes to no one else, and this is for cohort 3. None else than Alex Karaoke. Alex Karaoke. And I'm going to ask Fidelis Muya, please come. Prof is here. All right. Good, good. Alex Karaoke. Oh, he's absent. Okay, so Tipap is taking the award for him. The next one goes to Best Female Security Analyst. This is still for cohort 3. The best female security analyst was Vema Aloch. Vema Aloch. A round of applause until she gets here. An outstanding job. A job of excellence. Congratulations, Vema. Let's bring her to Sichoke. Makofi fike hapa. Congratulations, Vema, for being the best female security analyst. That is cohort 3. We also want to award the best male and female security analysts for cohort 4. So we want to award the Excellence Award for Best Male Security Analyst, cohort 4. And this goes to none other than Charles Koome. Charles Koome. An outstanding job that our trainers have done as well. That is Tipape Carol and Neville Chenge. Makofi mpaka afike hapa. That is Charles. That is the best male security award goes to Charles Koome. That is for security analyst cohort 4. All right. Congratulations, Charles. Finally, for cohort 4, we are going to award the Excellence Award for Best Female Security Analyst. And this goes to none other than Esther Wanjiko. Esther Wanjiko, congratulations. Standing out. Congratulations. 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 All right, a clap for Esther. We recognize you for this wonderful achievement. All right. Thank you very much. A round of applause to their trainers as well. That is Chenge and Tipape. I want to call in Albertini. I don't know if Albertini has left. Albertini, good, good. Albertini was a trainer for the Cloud Security Masterclass, and we want to award Excellence Award for Cloud Security Masterclass. This goes to none other than Ketan Patel. Please give a round of applause. He's our cloud expert. A wonderful job, Patel, a wonderful job, wonderful job, wonderful job, wonderful job. All right. A round of applause again. Okay. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. So we had a cloud security masterclass. We also had a cloud and network security. I also still want to call in Albertini again for this, to award the award for excellence, award for best in cloud and network security. We want to start with cohort 3. Cohort 3 excellence award for best in cloud and network security. Excellence Award for Best in Cloud and Network Security. So we had George and Keith in this. So I want to start with Albertini for this. You're going to award this to Anthony Kiama. Anthony Kiama. Anthony Kiama. A round of applause. A round of applause. A round of applause. Anthony, a wonderful, fantastic job. Please receive your award. A round of applause for Anthony as well. That is Best in Cloud and Network Security. All right, next is Keith. Please, I want you to award this to Excellence Award for Best Female in Cloud and Network Security. This award goes to none other than Agnes Kulei. Agnes, where are you? All right. Female in cloud and network security. All right, all right. Keeping our cloud safe. Thank you, Keith, for a job well done. That was cohort 3. Cohort 3, is George around? George, are you around? Cohort 4, Cloud and Network Security Excellence Award for Best in Cloud and Network Security. Cohort 4 goes to none other than Kennedy Munyasia. Kennedy Munyasia. Welcome. Keith, you'll give that to Kennedy, and then George, please come. You'll award this to the next one. Kennedy Munyasia. A good job. A round of applause. All right. And then lastly, for cohort 4, we also have Excellence Award for Best Female in Cloud and Network Security. Goes to none else than Jemima Wangeshi. Jemima Wangeshi. Female in tech. Keeping our cloud secure. A round of applause for Jemima. Mr. Edgar, I hope you're taking notes. All right. Jemima, a round of applause until she gets here. Thank you very much. A good job. Job well done. All right. Thank you very much. Next, we want to go to the data protection. Data protection, are you there? Mko? I want to call Mr. Labutu to come and present these awards. We want to start with the excellence. We had 3 cohorts, cohort 4, 5, and 6. And starting with cohort 4, the Excellence Award for Data Protection Masterclass goes to Rosemary Koech. Great job, Rosemary. Great job. A round of applause as Rosemary receives the award. That was cohort 4. Excellence Award for Data Protection Masterclass. Cohort 5 goes to Kennedy Hinga. Kennedy Hinga. Takes the Excellence Award for Cohort 5. A good job, Kennedy. Continue keeping our data safe. A round of applause for Kennedy. And lastly, Cohort 6, Data Protection Masterclass Excellence Award goes to none other than Joanne Gakomongi. Joanne. A wonderful job, Joanne. Excellence Award. Continue excelling on matters data protection. Thank you very much, Mr. Labuta. Neville, I want to call you in to give us an additional award for Velma Anango. Is Velma here? Velma here. This was security analyst cohort. Cohort 2, best female. Best female. Please keep our network safe. Ensure the bad guys do not intrude our networks. And please, our employers, I hope you are taking notes. I want us to give a round of applause to everyone who has received a certificate one. And to the team that has received the awards, let's give them a round of applause. Indeed, it has been a wonderful time recognizing you, our MVP, and we want to again recognize you, and it's a responsibility that has been given to you to keep our networks, our clouds, our data safe. I want to take this chance to get into the vote of thanks. We are wrapping up our session, and I want to welcome Nabiha Rishad to take over from here and give us a vote of thanks. A round of applause as Nabiha comes in.
Thank you, Martin. Distinguished guests, Mr. Edgar Mwandawiro, Professor Amos Njuguna, Mr. William Makatiani, Mr. Paul Njuguna, Mr. Fidelis Muya, graduates, the Cyber Shujaa team, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. It's a great privilege and pleasure to stand here to deliver a vote of thanks. I would like to extend my thanks to everyone who is here, including those who are attending virtually. This occasion is special because 313 of you have graduated today. It's a well-known fact of life that evidence of hard work is the result of that work. A big congratulations to all you graduates. Your hard work is evident today. To our distinguished guests, a special thank you for honoring our invitations. We'd like to thank you for honoring your presence with us. To the graduates, thank you for putting in the hard work. The Cyber Shujaa team, what can I say? Thank you. To our trainers who have supported us, we'd like to say a big thank you. USIU for being our gracious hosts, a big thank you to you as well. To our funders, CFYE, thank you for supporting us through this whole journey. Our partners in the consortium, KBA, Serianu, and USIU, a big thank you to you for your continuous dedication and support. A special thank you to Professor Wambalapa, who unfortunately could not be here with us. Thank you for always guiding us in our research activities and for your unending support. Lastly, to our MCs, thank you for making this day a great success. To our graduates, I pray and hope that this is the beginning of a beautiful journey. I'd now like to invite Prof. Judy to give our chief guest his gift. Thank you.
You've attended a ceremony, alafu umeona watu wanaongea hapo nyuma. You know there are good things they're talking about, eh? So everything is okay. I want us to stand up and just stretch a bit. And please shake the hand of your neighbor. Tell them congratulations for making it this far. Please stretch a bit. Stretch a bit. The person on your right, left, at the back. We have come to the close of our session today. We are going to have our photo sessions, and it's a delight, and we are very grateful to our guests for making time to come, and to every one of us who made time to come in. We are very grateful. And again, big congratulations to every one of us, and just a big clap for every one of us for finally making it this far. So we all have the sashes, we do. So please remember, you can take it home, but at a cost, which I don't think you want to incur. So please, before you walk out, we're going to go to the library, just behind here for the photo session. Before you do that, please drop the sashes at the back. Or should we do the photo session with the sashes, and then we drop them? Yeah, please. Let's go with the sashes to the photo session, and then we can drop them before we go for lunch. So please, before you break, we are also breaking for lunch after this. So we are, right from this, we are going to the photo session. Then we are going to drop our sashes. Then we are going to head over for lunch. All right.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Yes, we have, where's the venue?
The venue for lunch is Student Center, third floor. And there's enough lunch for everyone. Please don't leave, there's enough food.
Yes, tafadhali musiache chakula, Student Center, third floor. I'd like a volunteer to pray for lunch before we leave. Anthony?
Let's pray for the meal. Lord, we come before you this afternoon with thanksgiving in our hearts for the just concluded graduation. We present the meal to you. May you cleanse it. May it be for the benefit of our health and the conversations that we are going to have during the meal. May they be of benefit to our progression. We pray that in Jesus' name, amen.
As you're having a photo session, please feel free to network, take some contacts. A lunch, a reminder, is Student Center, third floor. Student Center, third floor.
On behalf of the MC, asanteni sana. What an excellent session indeed we've had. Let's meet at the lunch spot.